Serviced accommodation is a fantastic business to be in when it's set up and managed properly. It seriously turbocharges your property's earning potential and can be managed remotely from anywhere in the world. It can be fully systemised and take up only a few hours per week while still generating huge profits. Picture this scene. You're floating on a lilo in a pool outside a luxury villa in Barcelona. The warm sun on your skin, chilled out music playing in the background. It's a Tuesday afternoon. Your smartwatch buzzes with a notification. New booking, booking.com, Friday the 1st of April to Monday the 4th of April, £879. You realise that in this moment, even while you're half asleep on a lilo, you're still making money. You're no longer exchanging your time for money. You have a product that is in high demand and people are paying huge sums of money to come and experience it. A short time later, it buzzes again. New 5-star review from John. Fantastic property. We loved every minute of our stay. 100% will be back. You smile because you realise you never personally spoke to John. You had someone else communicate with him. But he came and stayed in your property and loved it. He's just let the world know that the high prices they see to book your property are completely worth it. His review is added to the list of all other 5-star reviews your property has. You wonder if you should increase your rates even further since you have the hottest property in town. This is what life can be like thanks to SA. This was me last August in Barcelona and is me every day in Belfast, minus the sun in the swimming pool. It can be you too. SA is the key to unlocking the life you've dreamt about, life on your terms, having a business that runs like clockwork and only requires a few hours per week of your time. You can operate your business from anywhere in the world with just your phone. What would you do if you had time and financial freedom? If you never had to do anything but got to do whatever you felt like? One weekend booking in an SA property can surpass a full month's rent if that same property was on a standard tenancy. Remember, you have 4 weekends per month, 52 of them per year. You also have Monday to Thursday to sell. The income generating potential is incredible. With one property, you could replace your salary. Maybe you love your job and you want to stay and work. Well, now you have a lot more pocket money. Maybe you're fed up with your job and the 9-to-5 grind. Well, now you can leave work and have the same income but all that time back. Maybe you stay in work and save all that SA income. After 1 year, you could get property number 2 and make twice as much per year. Then your income starts compounding and you can scale it exponentially. The possibilities are life-changing. I hope that you're excited from hearing this. I give you this vision because it is achievable. But throughout this audiobook, I will also remind you of what is needed to achieve it. Be under no illusions. This is not a passive income property strategy, especially at the start. It takes significant work and investment to get the 5 fundamentals set up correctly and running smoothly. It's not easy, but if it was, then everyone would be doing it. You will have moments of doubt, fear, and overwhelm, but if you follow all the steps in this book, you will succeed. This book is a guide of how I have created this life and how you can too. For those of you listening after already taking the plunge and feeling all those negative emotions mentioned previously, fear not, this book is for you too. It's not too late. I want to reassure you that with a concerted effort to fix the fundamentals, you too can achieve the business you thought you were getting when you first began. What is serviced accommodation? There seems to be an endless number of words to describe what this audiobook is about. Serviced accommodation, SA, Airbnb, short-term rentals, vacation rentals, self-catering, holiday lets. I want to make it clear at the start that this audiobook relates to each and all of these terms as they are all pretty much the same. Throughout this audiobook, for ease, I will use the abbreviation SA or Airbnb interchangeably. Effectively, what I'm referring to is short-term overnight accommodation where the guests are travelling for leisure or business, but the place in which they are staying is not their main home. This term and this audiobook applies as much to a boutique treehouse in the forest as a spare room in the suburbs or a luxury city centre penthouse. Guests find their accommodation through a variety of booking websites and they pay per night. The duration of their stay can vary from 1 night to several months. SA can work almost anywhere in the world, with the specific location influencing the type of guests that require the accommodation. For example, a coastal cottage in a sleepy fishing village will appeal to a certain type of traveller, perhaps families or couples looking for a peaceful, relaxing stay. In industrial or manufacturing areas, there may be less of a demand for tourists, but a high demand from contractors or engineers being brought in for projects that can take months. In city centre locations, as well as tourists, there may be a high demand from multinational companies who are placing technicians or consultants. What does serviced accommodation entail? An SA property must be prepared for guests so they can check in and use it as if it were their own. In this regard, it should be considered as a large hotel room as opposed to a property that tenants are moving into. This mindset shift can be a big stumbling block for people coming to SA from a buy-to-let BTL background. Furniture. The property should be fully furnished, including sofas, beds, tables and chairs and so on. Enough chairs should be provided for the number of guests staying in the property. Furniture should be as high quality as possible. Paying guests expect a lot. That said, I wouldn't recommend putting antique or extremely high value items in an SA, as accidents do happen and things get broken. It's important that the furniture provided is durable but also replaceable. Utilities. All utilities should be fully available to guests during their stay, including electricity, heating and Wi-Fi. Guests should have full, unrestricted control with the cost of these included in the nightly rate. All utilities should be set up for direct debit to stop any chance of the balance running out during the guest stay. Wi-Fi should be the fastest available. Guests expect to be able to work online from the property and also to stream from services such as Netflix. Linen. All beds should be made up and ready for guests' arrival. Linen and bedding should be of the highest quality possible. More on this in Chapter 5. There are companies you can hire hotel quality linen from, which is white, starched, and makes a great first impression. These companies also know when linen needs replacing after so many washes, keeping the standard high. Mattresses, duvets and pillows should also be as high quality as possible to ensure a comfortable night's sleep. You will also need to provide good quality towels. Kitchen. The kitchen must be stocked with everything necessary to prepare meals during the guest's stay, ranging from the obvious kettle and toaster to cooking utensils, pots, pans and mixing bowls. There should be enough crockery and cutlery to allow guests to eat together, with plenty of cups and a variety of glasses available, including wine glasses. The property should have as many useful appliances as possible, including a dishwasher and washing machine where space is available. Communication. Guests require lots of communication before and during a stay. They often have questions about the property, the area and their booking. See Chapter 4. Hosts should be super responsive and reply to guest communication quickly. Cleaning. The property must be thoroughly cleaned between stays, with all signs of previous guests removed. It should be left as it appears in the photos. It's important that all drawers and cupboards are checked and emptied. A thorough clean of a 2-bedroom apartment takes a minimum of 2 hours. Common misconceptions about SA. There are a number of false ideas about how to run and make money from SA, from listing and obtaining properties to making money and viewing occupancy rates. Let's put these right. It's all about Airbnb. Probably the biggest misconception has already been alluded to under what is serviced accommodation. Airbnb is the universally understood term for SA. Often when I tell people I run a serviced accommodation, I get a puzzled look. As soon as I mention Airbnb, the penny drops. The implication of this exceptional brand recognition is that people often think Airbnb would be the only booking site or online travel agent, OTA, any given property could be placed on to generate bookings and business. This is simply not the case. There are dozens of booking platforms that properties can be listed on. Airbnb is certainly a good one, but it's not the only option. Any property can work as SA. While SA works in an unbelievable array of locations around the world, it's not the case that any property will be appropriate. As you will learn throughout this book, paying guests have certain expectations. If a property is in a dangerous or unpleasant area, it is unlikely to be suitable for paying guests to stay in. Why would they? Yet I frequently see property owners snapping up cheap properties, thinking they can get the best return on their investment by renting them out per night. Cutting corners will not work in SA. It's easy to make money from SA. Property courses and social media gurus might give you the impression that it's easy to make money from SA, that it's just another passive income property strategy. The reality is that SA is not a property strategy at all. It is far from passive income. It's a hospitality business, a small hotel perhaps with one room, and you're responsible for every job in this hotel. Receptionist, housekeeper, security, revenue manager, the list goes on. SA can certainly be systemised, and you can bring in additional support to make you more hands-off, see Chapter 5. But at the start, it's a matter of getting your hands dirty, learning the ropes, so you know exactly what and how to systemise things going forward. Success is driven by occupancy. People talk about occupancy like it's the metric to determine the success of an SA. The reality is, it's not much more than a vanity metric. If you come from a BTL background, then chances are you have 100% occupancy most months. The only problem is you're not happy with the income or profit. The occupancy means nothing.